Making real magic happen, Geminis. You guys got the Magician and the Eight of Wands. That is making magic happen quickly. Maybe you guys are literally doing ritual. You're doing spells for something fast to happen because you want to see a result happen. Now, if you guys aren't really magicians, you're not witches, you're not doing witchcraft, this is subconscious. So you're making magic happen subconsciously. But I think for the majority of you, it's directed because the Magician is very conscious directed energy. Now you're trying to get some fast results. This isn't long-term stuff. You're trying to do something to get a quick buck, to fix something quickly in your life, something small. And that's what you want to see happen. Three of Pentacles is something practical. You are a little bit worried that it's not going to work. That's also the Nine of Swords here. But I think that whatever you guys are doing is solid. The Magician with the Eight of Wands, that's witchcraft. That is a magical working that is likely to succeed. So let's pull some oracle cards in. Oh, actually, before we pull oracle cards on the bottom, we have the Star. So this is fate. Whatever this is, you are aligned with your spirituality and it's fated. It's destiny. It's your destiny, and it's actually going to end up in your benefit to be practicing the metaphysical arts, whatever that means for you. Maybe if that's just as little as prayer, that is a working in itself. So whatever that means for you in terms of ritual, it would be in your benefit to really practice that right now. And I think you would see results quickly. But let's check with the oracle cards and see if that's the case. Anything else for Gemini? Gemini? Wow, okay, this is really good news because the key here came out reversed. Normally that's a bad sign. However, in this case, because you just did some kind of magical working, ritual prayer, some sort of spiritual working you actually don't want the key right side up. You want it upside down because the power isn't in your hands anymore. It's out of your hands. You've unleashed the energy, it's in the universe, and it is going to work because we have the knot, Uranus, the foot, and the crown. The crown is the goal, the thing that you wanted to get, and then the foot is you heading towards it. Uranus is the breakthrough, and the knot here is you being tied to it, which is to say it's going to happen. You're going to bring this eventuality to you. Your spell's going to work, but you can't think about it all the time. In fact, the key reverse talks about relinquishing control. So the basics of any kind of magical working is when you do the spell right after, you forget about it. You can't think about it, and in fact, you shouldn't tell people about it because maybe they'll be thinking about it, and it's not good because it meddles with it. You don't want to meddle with it once it's set. Once you perform the ritual that's set, you got to forget about it and let it do its thing. And that's where you guys are at. You got to let it do its thing and have faith that it's going to work. And I'm really thinking it's going to work. So let's pull advice and see if there's any other advice that comes out for you guys. Gemini? 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 Holy shit. I can't make this up, guys. I got the Four of Swords. First, the Four of Swords is chill. It's cool it. It's relax. It's give the spell time to play out, like I just said. And then the other thing, don't tell anyone. Two of Swords is literally shut your mouth, don't say anything, and it can also be don't think about it, but with the Two of Swords, it's usually another person because it's the number 2. So don't tell anybody about it, and then just wait. That's the advice here. On the bottom, we have the Queen of Swords. Like, you guys knew what you were doing. You did something very intelligently. The Queen of Swords is not stupid, so whatever you guys did, even if it was a prayer, it was intelligently constructed, like you did it well, and it's gonna work. Let's pull advice from the oracle cards, see what else comes out. Anything else here for advice for Gemini? Now, before I get to the cards here, I just thought of something. Even if you're not a mystical person and you're just like superstitious, you have a little thing that you do, maybe, what is it that sports people do? They don't wash their underwear or something before a game. Whatever it is your stupid little superstition is, that's another ritual, that counts. So, whatever it is, like I said, I think you're doing it correctly and it's gonna work. But looking at the actual oracle cards for advice, I've got Capricorn and then the number 8. It could take a little bit longer for this spell to take effect than you want because you had the 8 of Wands from before, which means you're kind of rushing it, but Capricorn is long term. The universe isn't necessarily going to rush your spell in the way that you want it. You put the energy out there, it's going to take a certain amount of time for it to play out the way you wanted it to, and you're going to have to wait because the number 8 is another number for it's not waiting per se, but it's a number for like nothing really happening, for the maintenance of the status quo. And then the number 3 here, that's a little strange. You know, it could be that your spell had something to do with another person. And it's just showing up as the other person here. The number 3 is just a third party. So it could be that the reason it's taking so long is because, you know, there's a third party in question. For some reason, either you need more people to cast your spell, or this person is, I feel like your connection isn't that strong. With the number 3, if it was the number 2, I would say you had a really solid connection with this person. So if you're casting a spell on them, then it's gonna work. However, because the number 3 is a weak number for a connection between two people, I think that that's part of the reason why your spell is taking longer than it normally would. Maybe if you had a stronger connection to this person, or if it's not a person, maybe if you had a stronger symbol, this is just diffuse. The number 3 is a little bit diffuse here. So maybe a stronger symbol could make the spell work a little bit faster. But other than that, I think you guys are on the right track. I think your spell is gonna work. It's just gonna take a little bit more time than you expected. All right, I guess your reading was just all about spells and metaphysics today. I apologize if, you know, you guys don't do any of that and that doesn't apply to you. But it is what it is. That's what came out in the cards. So Geminis, thank you guys for being here. If you want to see more videos, don't forget to follow the channel, and I will see you next time.